DC Fitness Squad, what is going on? Hope you're all doing well and amazing today. It is your coach. Happy Tuesday if you're watching this live. I appreciate you. Hashtag I'm here. If you're watching this live, if you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay if you can. I would really appreciate it. As you can see, the podcast setup is a bit different. I'm in the middle of a moving process. So I moved this at the end of this week. And it's exciting, but kind of exhausting at the same time. But we're showing up. We are here. We're live. We're live. We're not going to miss what is going on. Ruben, what is going on? Hope you're doing amazing. If you are watching live, I appreciate you. Make sure you hashtag I'm here. If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay. I'm excited to get into it. And today we're just going to be talking about some fun facts about me, honestly. I've just been posting a lot of content, been getting some new friends and followers, and I really do appreciate it, but I don't want you learning from somebody that you have no idea about, right? So I just want to share some things about me. Some have to do with fitness, some don't have to do with fitness, but then it kind of all revolves around like who I am as a person, just so you know if you're watching my stuff, like I want you to know who I am, so you know who you're learning from. I think that would be awesome. But I'm seeing some individuals tune in. If you're watching on Facebook, we have a good amount of people on Facebook right now. Hashtag I'm here in the comments, and if you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay for me, and we're going to be getting into it. I appreciate all of you tuning in. I'm going to get this podcast going. No microphone for the rest of the week. It is packed up, but we're going to get it done. I still want to serve, give a lot of value this week on the podcast, and we're going to freaking get it done. All right, so let me start this up, and we will get into the countdown. There we go. It's loud today. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Men's Fat Loss Made Easy podcast, where I'm here to give you massive value that you could implement on your fat loss journey. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 fun facts you should know about me, honestly, because I've just been posting a lot of content, putting out a lot of podcasts, been getting some new friends, some new followers, some new connections. I really appreciate it, but I don't want you to learn from some talking head or random guy that you don't even know from. So gentlemen, I just want to share kind of who I am, some fun facts about me. Some of it has to do with fitness. Some other things don't have to do with fitness, but it kind of all just revolves around who I am as a person and how I am just showing up every day for DC Fit, for my clients, and for my audience as well. Everybody in the podcast and DC Fitness Squad. All right. So I'm going to get right into it. So the first fun fact you should know about me, honestly, is that I love food. I love food, all kinds of it. I come from an Italian background. I am 100% Italian, and it took me, and obviously I'm a fitness coach, right? So I'm all about losing weight, feeling healthy, and it honestly took me years to learn how to actually eat my favorite foods while losing weight. But it was worth the wait, because honestly, if I'm going to be transparent, like I tried the keto, I tried all these diets where you cut carbs, and it just wasn't sustainable at all. I would lose weight and then I would put it back on. I would lose weight, then I would put it back on. And I was like in this constant weight loss roller coaster that I see a lot of guys that come into the program, they're going through the same thing. Sometimes they're on, sometimes they're off, and they've been struggling with this for years on end. And that was me. So it took me a long time to really have my favorite foods while still losing weight. And I love eating healthy. I love healthy meals. I love cooking healthy, but I can dive into some cake and cookies like all day. I'll eat anything. I'll eat a lot of it too. And I wanted to share this because I feel like there's a big misconception around fitness trainers. Like we eat chicken, rice, and broccoli every single meal, vegetables every single meal. Like that is just a myth. I know a lot of colleagues are foodies like myself. So first thing, I just wanted to share, fun fact, I love food, guys. I love food. I'm just going to put it out there. I should try to post some more foods that I cook, but I try to post what I can, and a lot of it is adventurous. I like a lot of seafoods, octopus, oysters, stuff like that. And over the years, if you want to really stay consistent with eating healthy and eating cleaner, you have to get creative. You have to throw some things together, and I've been pretty freaking creative over the years. All right. So the first thing you should know about me is I honestly love food. I love food, all right? The second thing you should know about me, fun fact, whether you are a new follower or just someone that has been following me but you don't know too much about me, is I'm an ex-athlete as well. So playing sport, I played like basketball, football was a lot, baseball was like back in the day, but always was competitive, right? And playing sports growing up really helped me develop into a leader, get this leader mentality. And I use this same mentality to operate my business, get my clients results, and honestly lead my team as well. And for myself, it's almost like I'm competing with myself day after day. And especially like with weight loss as well, I'm always trying to improve. I'm always trying to see what I can do better in terms of my workouts, in terms of my nutrition. So I do have that competitive mindset from being an ex-athlete, and from being an athlete, I should say. I am an ex-athlete now. And I feel like that's something I don't talk about a lot. If you are an older follower, you probably know this. I talk a lot about my story. I've talked about how I lost my identity after sports, after high school sports, because if you can resonate, my fitness coach specifically works with ex-athletes, and he talks about this all the time, is like, you go to practice every day and you go to games, like that's all you know how to do, right? And you could struggle with identity after you finish playing sports. So I am an ex-athlete, and since I'm not playing sports anymore, I use that competitive advantage I have to my business, getting my clients results, getting myself results in my own weight loss journey, right? So I think that's just something important my audience should know, is I am an ex-athlete. I do have that competitive mindset. And if you're an ex-athlete yourself, you know what I'm talking about. All right. And if you're an ex-athlete, you should know the value of having a coach, because you have to have a coach on a team. But that's a whole different story. I just want to share a little bit about me. That's why I'm just big into coaching myself, and having a coach myself, even though I am a coach, because I know the value of having coaches. And like I always tell my clients that are ex-athletes, like imagine the 15-year-old you showing up, with your buddies to practice, and there's no coaches. You're not going to get shit done. Same thing with your weight loss journey. If you don't have a coach, if you don't have that accountability, you're probably on and off. You probably don't care. You're not committed. You're not invested in a process where somebody actually cares about you. All right. So that's what I want to share, though. That's why I value coaching a lot, and I am an ex-athlete. That's what I wanted to share. All right, that is the second thing. All right, the third thing and the last thing I just wanted to touch on about myself, fun fact, is I actually struggled with staying healthy myself. And a big reason why I help committed men lose weight and regain their confidence, minimize future health risks, is because I once struggled myself as well. I was 30 pounds heavier, and I really didn't feel that confident about my appearance. And I know that if my podcast, if my page, if my live trainings can just change one life, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm doing it for. And I know there are individuals in my audience listening right now that need my help. And I honestly feel like it's my duty to help you out. So I take this very seriously, because I was struggling myself. And I always think if I were in the beginning of my fitness journey, would I be helping myself out? That's usually what I think about when it comes to my content, my live trainings, my podcast, because I was struggling myself. That's the fact about me. I was struggling, and I know if the 16, 17-year-old me could hear this out, it would help me. And I know there are other individuals that are struggling with the same stuff. No matter what age you're at, because weight loss isn't getting easier, especially the older you get. So if you're struggling, know that I was in the same position as you. A lot of my clients were as well. You can be helped. And that's kind of the purpose of my page and why I get up every morning and post the content, because I know there are individuals in my audience that are struggling with mindset, struggling with eating, struggling with working out, struggling with staying happy, struggling with staying consistent and confident, and I want to help you out. So those are 3 things about me. I honestly love food. I'm an ex-athlete, and I was struggling myself. And I talk about the last thing. It's not really a fun fact. I'm pretty open about my story because I'm not just someone that was, fit their whole life or have the best DNA. I certainly don't have the best DNA. All right. I don't have the best genetics. I've worked for this, and it took me years to learn the right methods to lose body fat and keep it off, because I've always lost 10 pounds, then put 15 back on. I would always, lose some weight, and then it can't there was no sustainability in it. It usually had to come down with diet and consistency. So I struggled myself, and I wanted to be open and honest about that, because if you're struggling yourself as well, no matter what age you are, no matter what your background is, no matter your genetics or your weight, if you're struggling right now and you need help deep down, that's why I want you to get value from my page, because I was there, I was struggling, and I know my podcast and my value from my page can help you out. All right. So, excuse me, losing my voice. But that's it. That's all I had. Some fun facts about me. Hopefully you just learned something maybe you didn't know about me on this podcast. If you did, say yes in the comments wherever you're tuning in. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever. Drop a yes in the comments if you learned something new. Because like I said, why I'm doing this is not just to talk about myself. Like if you're learning from me, you're watching these 20-second videos that I'm making and they're knowledgeable and stuff and they're going to help you out. You should at least know more about me. I feel like there's just a lot of talking heads and quote unquote influencers out there on social media. I don't want to really be associated with that. I want to be a coach and you should know who your coach is. All right. So that's all I got. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're listening to the podcast, I appreciate you. You can leave a 5 stars. A written review would be amazing, or just keep listening and getting that value. I'll see you on the next episode. Have the best day. All right, DC Fitness Squad, thank you so much for tuning in. It means a lot, and I appreciate you. Hopefully you learned something new about me, something you didn't know before. If you got value or you just learned something new about your coach, drop a yes in the comments, and I always see who's tuning in. I always see who's commenting, and I know the individuals that are tuning in and complying and really listening and implementing to these podcasts, they get results. I get messages and talk about like me struggling, and I know there's individuals that are struggling myself. Like why I do this is for those messages that come in and they're like, Danny, I just binge listened to all your podcasts, and over the past couple months, I lost 10 pounds. That stuff is fulfilling, and that's why I do it. So I always think to myself, like, if I were my beginning of my fitness journey, would I help myself out? Would the me now help old Danny? Because I know old Danny was struggling to take my shirt off, feel comfortable about my appearance, just like a lot of my clients now. So that's my why, and that's some parts of what I shared today. So hopefully you got value from today's podcast, and I will talk to you on the next episode. Appreciate you. Much love. Have the best day. See ya. All right, Facebook. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm seeing some individuals. I see a comment. I need more comments. Drop a thumbs up if you got some value. Drop a thumbs up if you learned something about me and you're ready to crush the week. Let's go. Let's get after it. No excuses. I'm going to end this. Appreciate you. Much love. Talk soon.